Hello everyone, and my name is Yula, and today we're gonna read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, 14 stories starting from yesterday, the end of page, 10th page, and we were gonna the end of reading on 20 page because the chapter is really long. And now, are you ready for read this one book with a lot of stories? Now here we go. And first we can read Diary of a Wimpy Kid 14 books starting from 10th page. 100 Bill found on pavements. Please come to 12 Story Street to calm your popularity. I made a few copies of my sign and headed out to post them around the neighborhood of the front door. Mom made the signs that were more like the ones in the magazine, and after I was finished, I stapled them to some telephone poles on our street, then hauled everything down from my bedroom and started setting it all out on some plastic tables. Each table had one category, like clothes and books and that kind of thing, but some stuff wasn't easy to categorize, so I had to get creative. I had a bunch of gifts from my grandparents and older relatives that I've never even touched. So I put all those things together on one table. I also had a bunch of birthday cards. They were still in pretty good shape. So I used some Tic Tacs to cover my name and set them down on their own table. I put the broken toys on another table and hoped some kids who couldn't read would come to the yard sale. Fun toys. You break it, you buy it. I stuffed in my random items. The markables had a few pencil stubs into some socks and pinned them into the table. I also created a table full of things for people who had money to burn. Vampire board shade, an incredible lotion, freckle remover, rare item, serious buyers only. And I put all my old arts and crafts projects on their own table. And in case some kids needed a gift for their parents but don't want to put in the time. Quality arts and crafts. While I was finishing up, Mom came to check my yard sale and she seemed pretty impressed, but she said I should hold on the things I made it myself since that stuff is really special. I told Mom that if she wanted something, she could always buy it herself. So she offered me $3 for that paper flower that I made for her in preschool. Mom seemed pretty eager to have that thing, and I could tell it was worth more than $3 to her. So Mom told it was all hers for 10. I guess I pushed my luck 12 because she went back inside about buying anything. While I waited for customers to show up, I started getting a little nervous. I realized that all of my stuff was just lying out in the open, and I had no way to stop people from stealing it. So I called my best friend Roy Jefferson and asked him to come down to be my deaf probation officer. But Roy said he was supposed to do something with his dad this afternoon, so he couldn't help it. The yard sale. I told him I promoted him to theft probation manager and he had never had to wear a bandage. Luckily, Dad did the trick. As soon as Rory got to my house, he started asking about that bandage. All I could find was my old firefighter costume, but Dad was supposed to do as the department manager, and I said mostly he needed to walk around and crack his knuckles and to make someone sure nobody get any funny ideas. But Roy wasn't paying attention to my instructions because he was directed by a table that had a bunch of birthday gifts he got me over the years. I'm pretty sure Roy's mom picks out my presents since they're always things that help you learn. And they're all still in the mint condition because I haven't actually opened any of them. I don't know what made Roy matter. In fact, the fact was that I was selling this stuff for the sign I put on the table. Roy said I couldn't sell those things because they were gifts. I told him they were mine, so I could do whatever I wanted with them. And then we got into the big tug of war all over the magnet one set. But that's when our first costumes started to arrive. I told Roy we could argue about this later, but for now we needed to act like professionals. At first, a few people showed up, but after a while, a lot more came. And when they started checking out my stuff, I went into sales mode. The craftsmanship on his pumpkin is remarkable. One lady seemed interested in the collector coin I got from my uncle, but she complained that it was dented. So I thought fast and I told her for the reason it was dented because it had stopped a bullet from the Second World War. She didn't seem to believe me, probably because the coin is dated last year. I spent a lot of time trying to close that deal, and I started worrying that people were stealing behind my back. Unfortunately, my department manager was totally unzealous because he was busy playing with the magnet set. I told Rowie I was gonna better start doing this job or he was gonna get fired, but Rowie said it wasn't a real job anyway because he wasn't getting paid. I explained I hadn't sold anything yet and I didn't have any money to pay with him. So when he says he was leaving, I told him he could pick out an item from any table that could be in the payments. Or he seemed pretty excited about this idea, and I thought for sure he'd choose the magnet set, but he had us straight to the rare items table instead. So now we have reached the 22 page. So maybe tomorrow we start reading on the 23 page, or we have to choose some umbrella from the serious items, rare items table. So this umbrella will be shown for tomorrow. I'll show you tomorrow now. Did you have fun? You lost so much contribute. Come back with some these books, but not this story because it might be a new page to read for tomorrow. And please thumbs up my YouTube. And bye bye everyone.